Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sarah, and we're the Global Geezers.
We're in Łódź, Poland.
It is a city that is in between Warsaw and Poznan, but a little south. So you it makes like a wide triangle.
Yep. We're here for a couple days and we're exploring the city with my cousin. And this is one of the cities she lives in. She just lives all over Poland. So she brought us here to see Łódź, and we saw some really interesting things, and we're gonna show them to you
right here,
right now. So let's go. This used to be an old vodka factory. Now it's a bunch of shops. This was a public vodka place that went under. It wasn't private vodka. Well, vodka made by the public, not vodka made by a private company like Absolute or something like that. But it's a big building area, and it went under about 100 years ago. And they've just revitalized this into shopping and food eateries and all sorts of nice stuff. That's like a big greenhouse back over there. It's called Palmiarina. This is like Central Park of Łódź.
You can see we have also lights, especially for us.
Original gate for the factories. It's closed Mondays. Guess what today is? Yep, Monday. Got some of the props from films past. These were housing for the workers in the factories when they were working in the textile industry. Of course, this is being renovated. This is the railroad that they use to export all the goods, all the textiles.
It's still old.
Yeah.
But here is just touristic, shop, but it is closed today. And also probably it was offices in the past, and still renovated, and here
This is a really cool little area.
I remember also in the past.
It's kind of an open area, but it doesn't look like people live here. It looks like these are like little sheds that maybe belong to the apartments. But it's really cute, and they've done so much with the little garden areas. It's really, really pretty. But all these buildings have been renovated now. There's still more that are being renovated. But yeah, they're really cute.
They do have a museum here if you want to look in the museum. The housing is right across the street from the factory, and the factory is gigantic. This building has a plaque on it from 1827, so that is the state of this building, but it's been refurbished, so it looks nice again. Amongst all the scrim is actually the owner's house of the factory, and you saw the workers' houses earlier. So the owner lived right across the street from the factory, and the workers lived across also. It's kind of a one-stop shop for everybody, I guess. There's an apartment for rent or sale up there. Lots of windows that are broken on that one. And trees going up the side, yeah. I mean, even on the top, on the roof. I guess that's the next project.
Wait for so long.
No, this part was renovated, this one.
Uh-huh.
The same investor maybe, no.
Maybe. They have to wait. They have to wait until they've made enough money so that they can...
Yeah. And this is the old warehouse area, fire station. They had their own fire station. You can see the fire doors. It's now an office building. Not all of it's renovated. They could do some renovating here. They could use a little TLC. But yeah, original factory stuff from the 1800s. You can kind of see the old dilapidated stuff with some new stuff right behind it. Old versus new. You know we're stopping for local beer.
And maybe I will just only make picture with this.
We got a Pilsner, a Belgian Rye IPA, a Hefeweizen, a Markov, and a Hibiscus Sour Ale. Yeah, that's the brewery. Just had those fine beers, and now on the road again. There's a beautiful house they're renovating that's near all the manufacturer's grounds. This city is very industrial. Probably one of the more industrial cities we've been to. Just history of industry, pretty much. Yeah, we're gonna go in. All right, this is an interesting pipe organ because they got pipes over here, which is on the side, and then the main pipe organ is in the back. So that's really unique. Ooh, they have catacombs. Statue of John Paul II, who was Polish, and he did come to this cathedral, so that's why they have a statue of him here. Really beautiful architecture. On the facade has got some design that's really nice. And then not so beautiful architecture. It's hit and miss. This is a main strip, main drag, or main street that's very industrial in both ways. Here's an example of a clean building versus an uncleaned building. You can see the rock. Never seen that? You can buy a marijuana out of a vending machine now with your credit card. Wow. They have a Charlie Chaplin theater here. That is one old cinema camera. Wow.
This part.
Right.
And this statue was also designed by somebody from China or Japan, and it cost almost 500,000 zloty.
Great architecture. Love this old stuff. It's more of a shopping street. There are cars that go up and down it, but it's mostly a pedestrian. Nice block, nice brick. I really do have some cool mural art on the buildings. All right, this is basically the city center. They don't really have an old town, but this is the town hall. I think you're supposed to touch his nose.
It's famous, he wrote poetry, so very famous one, and he wrote very famous about Polish flowers.
Don't ask me to pronounce it, but that's the name of this street. Yeah. It's a lot of really cool, interesting architecture.
Very one, yes.
I think I found the Dungeons and Dragons house. It's got dragons on the outside.
Oh, you can see the stars. Okay, we can see here and also everywhere you can see.
This is like the Polish version of the Hollywood Walk of Fame here.
You can make it.
This is 1938, what this looked like, and let me show you what it looks like now. Oh, minus the car, it almost looks the same. Sometimes you find some cute little things on the off street. Like, there's the main street there, and we're an entryway into a courtyard that's been there, the same for almost 100 years. Yeah, that's just sitting there.
Wow.
Oh, look, another church. Not a Catholic church anymore. Christian church. I see the crosses on top, so of course we're going in. That says it's the Church of the Holy Spirit, 1891. We're in the town center, and yeah, they're working on this too, just like in Poznan. And that's the street we just walked down. It's just broken mirrors and cut up glass done into roses. I don't know if you can see the design of the rose. Very beautiful. very unique. Never seen anything like this in all our travels.
The next morning.
All right, it's the next day, and we're in the museum area, and we're gonna see some museums. Okay, this first museum is the home of the wealthiest person in Łódź during when all the textiles were at its peak. It's now a museum, but this is the ballroom. We just came through the billiard room, and now we're in the ballroom. This was somebody's house. Dates back to late 1800s to early 1900s when it was built. So this was the home of the Poznanskis. Israel and Leona Poznansky were the owners of this place.
A little kid catching a chicken.
We're not going to show you the whole thing, just bits and pieces. If you want to see it in person, come to Łódź. So this is the dining room. Twin grands. Oh, what you can do with money. They pay homage to Arthur Rubinstein in this wing. And it shows his Oscar, his Grammy, his Emmy, and just a bunch of his. They're beautiful. So this is the courtyard and the front and the side of it that we're seeing in this shot. I believe that's the front door, and they used to have the carts or the horse and buggy bring you up through the sides, right around the sides. Very beautiful. Of course, you've got a lot of textile factories right next to it. It's interesting. In the basement, they have exhibits of stuff from Łódź. According to the boards, the textile industry started in about 1820s and just blew up from there. Factories working in the heyday. Just a little smoke. All right, we're outside the museum and we're in the factory area. I mean, you can tell these are all textile plants at one time. It's turned into, you know, food and lounging and shops and everything else. It's real neat that they took all these textile factories and just redid them and turned them into stores and shops and just repurposed them and kept the heritage still intact. A little hungry, huh? Those are all different kinds of hot chocolate. A white chocolate, a regular milk chocolate, and then a bitter chocolate. How can you go wrong with chocolate pierogies?
Oh.
Really?
So probably this one will be the best one.
That looks nasty.
She's struggling.
Frenchies.
Well, that was Łódź. It was a quick 2 days.
We saw a lot though.
We did see a lot.
Yeah, I love how there were so many factories here back in the day. So many factories. That's how this town got on the map, basically, in present day history. And they've taken these beautiful old brick buildings and repurposed them and made them into these amazing new
Apartments, warehouse, shopping malls, cinemas, bowling alleys, the whole
and
works.
combinations of those things too.
Yeah.
So it's really neat to see that, which we've really enjoyed.
Yeah, but that's our stay here. We head back to Poznan, which we're staying currently. But we are going to venture out again to another city in Poland, and you'll have to wait till next week to see that one.
Yay!
But until then,
Bye.
bye. We are in Łódź, God, here we go again. We're in Łódź, Poland. It's a city out, well, how should I put it? Take it.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Who's the fairest one of all?
Sarah!
We are museum, well, God, that's loud. If you want to look in the museum. But these housing, oh, that's good English. Yeah. You need a sofa? An old government administrator. But you can see the wonderful old buildings, the wonderful, yeah, I know.